Hello, in this lesson I want you to solve equations and inequalities containing radicals. The vocabulary you're coming across is a radical equation, extraneous solution, and a radical inequality. Step by step to solve a radical equation, what you do is first you get the radical by itself on one side. After you do that, we raise each power to get rid of the radical. Like the inverse operation of square root would be square, the inverse operation of cube root would be cubing, and so on. Then solve the resulting equation. And here's a thing that's important. It's nice to check your results when we solve equations. You must check your result because when you square, you might get an answer that doesn't check. So you must check your answers every single time. So let's take a look at example 1. First, I want to get the radical by itself. So what we're going to do is we're going to subtract 4 from both sides. Then we get, on the left-hand side, we're going to say the square root of x plus 2 equals 3. Now, let's get rid of the radical. Let's square both sides. So the radical and the square, they undo each other, so you get x plus 2. And then 3 squared is 9. Now let's solve that equation. So we're going to subtract 2 from both sides. And x equals 7. Then we need to check our work. So we're going to go back here. I'm going to go back to my equation. I'm going to replace x with 7. So I'm going to say the square root of 7 plus 2 plus 4, does that equal to 7? Well, we're going to find out here. 7 plus 2 is 9. So the square root of 9 plus 4, whoa, get back here, dog. Sorry about that. Plus 4 equals 7. Well, that'll be 3 plus 4, which is 7. So it does check. So my answer is indeed x equals 7. Let's take a look at another one, a little bit more complex. Now the problem on this one, notice you got radicals on both sides, so it makes it kind of hard to isolate the radical to start with. So the first thing we're going to do, we got one radical by itself on the left-hand side, so I'm going to square both sides. So then we get x minus 12 equals, now when you square 2 minus x, you're squaring a binomial. So we're going to get 4, because 2 squared is 4, minus 4 square roots of x, because you have negative 2 square roots of x and negative 2 square roots of x, which gives us negative 4 square roots of x, and then plus x. Now, let's combine our terms. Well, there's nothing really to combine. I'm going to move all my x's to the one side. I want to get the radical by itself. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to minus x from both sides, and notice they cancel out, don't they? So then you're going to get negative 12 equals 4 minus 4 square roots of x. Now I'm going to solve this equation by isolating the square root of x. So we're going to minus 4 from both sides. And we get negative 16 equals negative 4 times the square root of x. We'll divide both sides by negative 4. Negative 16 divided by negative 4 is positive 4 equals the square root of x. Now we'll square both sides. I don't know why this keeps on jumping on me, but we'll figure it out. So you get 16 equals x. Then we want to get x by itself. That's our answer. So now let's check it. Let's replace x with 16. So I'm going to say the square root of 16 minus 12 so on the left side I'm going to get the square root of 4, which is 2. On the right side, we're going to say 2 minus the square root of 16. Well, the square root of 16 is 4. 2 minus 4 is negative 2. Notice they don't equal, do they? So 2 or 16 is what we call an extraneous solution. It does not check. So there are no other solutions, so we're going to say no solution on this problem. You must check your work.